that level.
I don't even know how and when that happened. My camera fell. Welcome back to the PlayStation-centric. I was about to say the dad level. I'm used to saying the dad level, but the PlayStation-centric play level podcast here on Papa Man 44 stream. It is Monday again. Here we are, back at Monday and back at our regular scheduled programming. Doing what we love to do, having fun, talking about nerd stuff. If you are the bullies, take notes because you guys don't have a lot of fun. Bullies never had a lot of fun. Bullies were too busy trying to make the lives of the so-called nerds, miserable. And it was because, you didn't feel too happy about yourself, I guess. I don't see any other reason. What reason would you take someone who has the love and appreciation for finer things like video games and movies and tech and stuff that everyone enjoys, especially the tech part? Like, even if you're not a gamer, everybody uses technology. Everybody depends on technology. So these same people who were being bullied are making this stuff, and they're having a whole lot of fun. And we're one of them. I wasn't bullied, but I don't have I love talking about video games. I love talking about tech. I love this nerd stuff. I don't consider it nerd stuff, but I consider it nerd stuff. You want to call us nerds? Okay, we'll be nerds. Don't be mad that we're happier and more successful than you. No bragging. But welcome to the stream. We do nerd out about a lot of fun stuff. I have some. I'm a big PlayStation guy. You always see I got the PlayStation stuff on. But I just love video games, and I just love new technology and advancements in technology. I just love all that stuff. So I love coming here on Mondays and just talking about a bunch of stories that I find over the internet that pertain to those very topics, those very subjects. And I always get the certain people who like to come up and say, aren't you a little too old for video games? Oh, I don't do those kinds of things. No, I'm too grown for that. I'm like, excuse me? So what is that, a shot? You taking a shot at me? You tell me I'm not grown enough to do the things that you do, and you're too grown to do the things that I do? Like, I find some of the things that people do very hypocritical. And I stand by all my fellow gamers, and especially I'm a gaming dad, and I know a lot of gaming dads out there can agree and can relate that we still get the job done. I got a full-time job. I take care of my kids. We have fun. We play video games. We do a bunch of other stuff. That's life. That's a happy life. That's enjoying life. And ain't nobody gonna try to take that from me by telling me I'm too old to be doing anything. Look, if you're too old to have fun, die. I don't want to tell nobody to die, but you get what I'm saying. Like, really. I'm sorry, I'm ranting today at the beginning of the podcast because there's a lot of people out there who are grinding my gears with a lot of stuff that they say and a lot of stuff they do. Not all of it has to do with this very topic, but it all connects. Stop telling people what they shouldn't be doing when they're enjoying themselves. As long as they're doing something that's totally fine, legal, and it's correct. even if they are doing something that they aren't supposed to be doing, stop judging people. I mean, we all make mistakes. There's always something. All of us, like we're not immune to doing the wrong thing. We're not immune to maybe doing something that's offensive to someone else. You know, we all end up in that category sometimes. You know, so don't look at the next person like they're less than you. You know, and don't knock nobody's hustle. Look, I love streaming. I love live streaming. I love playing video games. I make it my business. I told my boss, I said, yeah, Friday nights I can't work. I can do Friday mornings, but I have to get off at a certain time because, you know, at this time, this specific time, you know, I play with my friends online, play video games with my friends online, and that's the only time I get to really hang out with my friends is on like Mondays and Fridays. And we hang out virtually because they are on a different side of the world. And it means a lot to me. So I want to make sure that I have that taken care of as best as we can, that I am allowed to not work certain times on Fridays so that stuff can happen. Now, a lot of people wouldn't, you know, go to their boss and say, you know, I play video games on Fridays, so I can't really work. Because, you know, like they're ashamed of it, or they feel like their boss is going to judge them. But if you are confident in what you're doing, and you know that you know it's your mental health, and I make sure, you know, it's hard if you work for a place that's not respecting your mental health when it comes to things like that. If you say, you know, whatever it is you do, it's like you're in a axe throwing club or whatever, you know, and they don't want to accommodate a certain schedule that you requested, you know, so that you can maintain that, because that's what gives you peace. Then maybe you should try a different job, because, you know, nobody should be working and have no peace and no happiness. No, you know, everybody needs something that grounds them and brings them, you know, that, okay, I work really hard, and at the end of the day, this is what I look forward to. And, you know, it makes it all worthwhile. I'm okay working 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week, you know, because on these days and at these times, I get to do this thing that I love so much, that I enjoy so much. That's what video games is to me. So don't let nobody ruin that for you. With all that said, I have to start testing out my mamma jammas here. I can take Snaz off. Snaz, we don't need you anymore. Goodbye, Snaz. Ah, you're snazzing. All right. There we go. I think this works now. I don't know if it works. Well, let's see if it works. That's what she said. And yes, it did. I think it did. If it didn't, oh well. It did. Okay, we're good. Just had to make sure my buttons work. Oh wait, so it's not changing scenes. It's not doing any crazy stuff. You know how technology can be sometimes. It does the wrong things at the wrong time. Let me see. What is it? Oh snap, a coach just stepped down. What team is that? What team coach just stepped down in football? John Gruden, Raiders head coach. Ooh, sad. Man, it's rough out there. I don't know, man. Like, sometimes, like, these organizations and even the fans who watch these sports, I got my back scratcher. That feels good. They take things too far, man. Like, this is a person's livelihood. I know you want your team to win, and I know as an organization you want to win championships, but realistically, only one team can win the championship every year, you know? And if it's not your team winning it, you're not alone. You're in the majority. The minority is the one who wins the championship. They're the only one. So to be like putting your coaches and stuff on a hot seat, like the last coach you had didn't work out, the next coach you had didn't work out, and you're wondering, what is it? Maybe it's not the coach. Maybe the other teams are just that good. They're just that much better. Like, you can game plan, you can change your game plan, you can make adjustments, you can switch personnel, you can do all these things, and yet you still end up with about the same record. And the same teams usually get there and win the championship, and you're like, what? I mean, anomaly, like Tampa Bay getting Brady, and then they win the championship is like, yeah, that's an anomaly. But it's like, you can't expect stuff like that. So it's like, cut them some slack, man. Like, trying to feed their family. And this is something they love to do. Like, this is, you get there and you're like, I'm doing my dream job. And because you don't win the championship, like, you're always on the hot seat. It's like, what? Not every coach, but some organizations, they don't get it right. But, sometimes it is warranted when they go in and they make a bunch of changes or they do a bunch of things and it just doesn't work, and they're stuck in their ways and doing it one way, and no one is receiving it. None of the players, none of the staff, and you're not winning. No results, no positive results are coming from it, and they're not willing to adjust and change. Yeah, then I get it. Then I get that man the axe, get him out of there. But if they're doing their job and you're just not winning the championship, you're not getting, far in the playoffs or whatever, cut the man some slack. He's doing his best. Somebody gotta win. It doesn't have to be you. It's okay. It's about having fun. Just don't do the participation trophy stuff for kids, because that doesn't teach them to be competitive or to try to get better. No settling for mediocrity, but be okay, with the fact that you're not always gonna win. Try your best, but be okay with the fact that you might not win, no matter what you do, no matter how much of your best you give. All right? I'm getting preachy here on the Dad Level stream of the Play Level podcast, Pablo Man 44's Twitch stream. It'll end up on YouTube on the Dad Level, so I can say the Dad Level. I'm still like trying to figure out if I want to continue being Pablo Man 44 as my main stream name here, or I'll be Pablo Man 44, but the name of my channel here would be the Dad Level, just like my YouTube. I'm still deliberating what I should do. Should I make that change? Because I think it'll be better logo wise for it to have the Dad Level instead of my Pablo Man 44 logo, only because that logo doesn't resemble me much anymore with how I have shaved my head down to a bald and I grow my beard out. I do these adjustments. Speaking of adjustments, gotta adjust something on the camera because I think that that low light compensation thing is coming. Yep, of course. Why does it default go on? I don't want that. I think my lights are adequate. I think be making me like transparent. I don't want to be transparent. Not physically transparent, but figuratively transparent. I don't want to I'm okay with, letting loose and speaking my mind and telling my story and stuff. That kind of transparent. You know, and if I make mistakes, I'll say it. Like if my stream is going bad, I'll say it. Like, oh man, terrible today. Things are going terrible today. Oh my God. You know, I'm not afraid, you know. I can be me. I can do all that without any holdback, because some people, they need to see that. Feel free to be you. Just make sure this you're happy and comfortable with. And don't be happy and comfortable with things that are wrong. That's that check yourself before you wreck yourself. That's an old quote, and it holds so true. I've always and I teach it to my kids. I tell my kids that, you know, and I tell them, you know, Michael Jackson, he made that song. That song, you know, is a perfect way to think. You know, you want to see change. You want to make the change, be the change, but start with yourself. Look yourself in the mirror. Start with the man in the mirror. That Man in the Mirror song was deep, man. Beautiful song, wonderful song. Love it. Shout out to Michael Jackson. Rest in peace. That song it's like such a jewel. Like it dropped such a jewel. Start with yourself, you know? And it goes with that saying, check yourself before you wreck yourself. First person that you need to figure out when something's going bad is yourself. Before you do anything, you need to self-assess. Am I about to do something that is right? Forget how I feel. Too many people in their feelings. We got a lot of feelings out there now. I watch a YouTube channel called Amagansett Press, and he's a First Amendment auditor. He does it with his son, who is watching the Watchmen. And they go out and they First Amendment audit. They just go to government buildings and post offices, and, you know, post office is a government building, but you know what I mean, like police stations and federal buildings. They've gone to a bunch of different places, and places they're allowed to be, and they're allowed to film and take video and take pictures in, and they exercise that right. That's the First Amendment right. And then, so they call them First Amendment auditors. And people like getting their feelings, and they call the cops, and the cops come, and he says it so like perfectly. Like, he tells the cops, you're law enforcement, not feelings enforcement. Like, you're out here trying to enforce people's feelings. They don't want you in the store. Well, I have a legal right to be in there. They can't legally trespass me unless I'm committing a crime. Now, if you wanna unlawfully trespass me, I'm gonna leave under threat of arrest. No problem. But then there's gonna be a lawsuit, because you have every right to go in these public places and take as much video as you want. And people saying, "Oh, I don't give you permission." Look, all right, look around you, man. Go somewhere, stand in the middle of some place, just anywhere, and look around. Look at every building, every supermarket building, every clothing store building, every government building, every storefront. Look at the street lights. Just look around. Take a survey of the land. Count how many cameras are on you, recording you. Stop telling me I don't have the right to film you. I do have the right to film you, as long as you're in the public. And I'm saying in a public place where I'm allowed to be, I can film you. They're filming you all day, everywhere you go. All right? So get out of your feelings. It's not that serious. All right? You got these people like in their feelings, and there's too many people in their feelings nowadays. He always refers to a time when, if you were outside with a big camcorder, because back in the day they had them big joints. It looked like he was filming like a full-length feature film, but nah, it was a home video, because that's all the cameras they had. It was huge. I'm sitting there taking your video. My wife knows about those, because, you know, she showed me some pictures of her sister's dad, and that camera was crazy. But what I'm saying is people would film and people would get in front of the camera and wave, "Hi, Mom," and stuff like that. And I remember that day. I'm not as old as he is, but I remember those days. You know, I grew up in the 80s. I'm an 80s baby. I was born in 82. You know, I remember those days when stuff like that happened. And the question is always asked, like, what do you do when someone is standing in Disney World and they're filming their family vacation and you're in the background, and 100 other people and 1,000 other people and 100,000 other people? I mean, there's not 100,000 people in Disneyland or Disney World at one time, but you get what I'm saying. There's all these hundreds of people, you know, probably thousands of people in the backdrop of a picture or of a video. You know, you're filming your kid having a good time and you're like, hey, there's other people in the video. So what do you got to do? You got to have a disclosure and a release form with you and go up to every single person like, do you give me permission to film you? Do you give me permission to film you? That's ridiculous. You know why? Because you're in public and they have every right to film you, and they don't have to ask you for permission, and you don't deserve, you know, I mean, if they want to be courteous, if you're like, I'm having a bad day, or, you know, I have, you know, can you please not film me? But you're being respectful, then it's their choice, and you can't force them to do it. You can't be mad. You got people worrying about, you know, their license plate information and all that stuff. That's public information, and your license plate is on public display all day, every day, unless you have a garage that you put in, a private garage that you put in. But once you go outside and you're driving on public streets, on public highways, public roadways, and public parking lots at supermarkets and Home Depots and stuff, anybody could walk up and take your information. I can just write it down. So if there was something they can do with it, someone would have done something with it. But it hasn't happened because it can't happen. Nothing can be done with it. You can't do anything with it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, a lot of people in their feelings. So let's get out of our feelings and let's keep it real. Let's be real. Let's stick to the facts. I forgot I don't remember where the quote is. Just the facts, man. That's an old quote from some show or movie or something. But that's all we should want, is the truth, the facts, not our feelings. Because when you're dealing with something, like if your life is on the line, if your well-being is on the line, if your freedom's on the line, and they asking the person, someone has power over whether or not you lose your freedom or lose your job, your livelihood, because someone's asking them a question and that's the definitive answer that they want to get. And this person is in their feelings and they talk about how they feel and they talk about things that they felt and not talk about the truth of what happened. You wouldn't want them to do that. That'd destroy your whole life, destroy everything you work hard for, and ruin your life and give you stress and bring you so much drama and depression and things like that because they have feelings. So you want people to be truthful. Like if somebody's, you know, somebody's accusing you of committing a crime and you can go to jail for 25 years, you want someone to tell the truth, not how they feel, because somebody's up there and looking at you like, you know, I feel afraid of these kinds of people. I feel like this person might have done it because I feel like they're that kind of a person. You wouldn't want to go to jail for the rest of your life because of somebody's feeling. You would want to be, you know, absolved, for lack of a better term, of that crime. You know, you would want to be, you know, taken out of the consideration for committing the crime because of the truth. You want the truth to set you free, literally. Because you don't want somebody to go in their feelings. They could be upset. And just because they feel in a certain way, you getting it today. You're getting them, you know, tomorrow they may feel different and regret that choice, but the damage is done. So people, get out your feelings. Let's be truthful. Let's keep it real. I need to turn off these lights in the background because I see it's messing with my. There we go. Not my stream lights, but my LED lights. I see when it turns green or it turns some color, it was like fogging up messing up the green screen effect in the back. But we're getting into the podcast now. I promise you guys. I promise you. I'm gonna stop yapping. Nonetheless, welcome to the Play Level Podcast, where every week on Mondays at 9-ish, we come here and we nerd out about the latest video games, rumors, releases, news, anything newsworthy, new tech, new advancements, any, possible leaks, anything like that. We come here on Mondays and we talk about it. We are very PlayStation-centric, but we will talk about other consoles. I talk about Nintendo sometimes. I will make fun of Xbox. All in good fun, because I'm a PlayStation guy, so, we make fun of Xbox, Boogie. But I to be honest, man, like, if you play Xbox, that's your business. That's your terrible choice. No, it's your choice. I'm just glad you're playing video games and not falling into those dark voids of people who too old and too grown, I'm too mature, or I'm too, this and that for that. I don't do those sorts of things, I don't play video games. Those are for kids. No, they're not. All right. It's half of the video games I play, I do not let my kids play. You can't play them. Nope. It's not meant for you. But it's just another art form, like movies, like music, like drawing, like animating, like people who do stuff, for fun, like, and do stuff that they enjoy, and watch all these TV shows and watch all these Netflix shows and stuff, like watch all these movies. It's the same thing. Playing video games, you're just in control. It's just another form of media, another form of entertainment. And that's, stop hating, haters. But yes, we are PlayStation-centric. We do talk about sports here too, and I have some sports to talk about today, because if you know me, I'm a Chicago Bulls fan, and if you've been paying attention to basketball and the National Basketball Association, you know what I got to talk about. We'll talk about that a little later. But yes, that is the Play Level Podcast in a nutshell. We can't get out of it. That was Austin Powers, right? He was like, in a nutshell, and he was like, this is me in a nutshell. I don't remember the exact quote. Stop going at me, all right? Here we are at level 2, where we talk about how I'm feeling and talk about how you're feeling. If you want to chime in the comment section how you're feeling, feel free at this moment to let me know, like, how you're feeling. I'm just checking in with you. Let's check in with, if I have a special guest, I'd love to check in with my special guest at this point, but since it's just me here, I'm flying this ship solo. I'm going to talk about how I'm feeling and what I've been going through. I'm a little sad. Just want to say I'm a little sad because my wife and my youngest son got on a plane, and Sabrina, forget her new name that she goes by. It used to be Milko-sama. I used to call her Milko Drama. I'm mad she changed it because now I can't make my Milko Drama joke. Anyway, but my wife and my youngest son, they're not here in Florida, at home where they're supposed to be. They're in New York visiting friend. Shout out to Kaisha in the house. No, Kaisha at her house. That's why they went, and they're not here, and that makes me sad. They're gonna be gone for a week or whatever, but it is what it is. I'm gonna miss my wife and my youngest son. My youngest son, in the mornings when I don't work, I get up, I hear him crying because he thinks he's alone. He comes walking down the hallway, going towards the steps, and I just yell at the door, "Come in here, Jakey! Come in here! Come here, Jakey!" And he hears me, and you can hear him like hear me, and he's like trying to find where I'm at. And then I just keep saying, "Come here, come here," until he follows my voice and he comes in my room, and he climbs on my bed, and all of a sudden he's laughing, and he lays next to me, and then we either watch TV and fall asleep, or he just lays there and falls asleep like within like 30 seconds. But yeah, so I'm gonna miss that. Tomorrow I have to be work extra early. Well, it's really 15 minutes earlier than normal, but still, that's extra early for that hour, for that time of the morning for me. So, but we'll be fine. We'll get through this podcast, and I'll get to relax and prepare myself for work tomorrow. But yeah, that's how I'm feeling today. I'm just feeling a little sad. They left yesterday. I dropped them off to the airport. I would say early this morning, because it was 3 a.m. this morning, and you know, they landed safely. We video called and stuff. I'm gonna probably video call them again in a little bit after the podcast. You know, I wish she was watching, so we can comment and say hello, but she's there for visiting her friend, you know, and her friend's new baby, our friend. I want to say her friend, but you know, Kaisha treat me like, you know, like I'm chopped liver. Everybody treat me like I'm chopped liver, so I guess I'm just gonna change my name to instead of Pablo Man 44, I'm gonna be chopped liver. That makes me sad, no? Anyway, I'm joking. Again, shout out to Kaisha. She just had a baby. So motherhood for the first time. It's her first child. So I pray success in this new phase of your life. It is definitely it does come with its challenges, but you know it's a blessing. So have that mindset that it's a blessing, and you know, just because things are challenging doesn't mean that it's bad. Bad thing, you know, challenging doesn't mean bad. Challenging means something to overcome or to live up to. You know, you gotta level up, which we are doing now, because we're done talking about me and how I'm feeling. Let's talk about what I've been playing. Nothing. Except for Silent Hill. I didn't get to play a lot. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't finish Spider-Man. And I feel bad about it, but a lot has been going on. I'm going to try this week to take care of that. I'm going to try hard to I play Minecraft. I play Minecraft on Mondays with Ali and Emma and Matthias. But that's... Yeah, so I guess I play Minecraft. And I built a house of white concrete and... What is that? This is a new block. It's a black block. I forgot what it's called. Whatever it is, it's like a black stone. I don't know if it's called black stone. I don't think it's called black stone. If it is, then whatever. It's the new black block, you know, I made for my roofing. And I made like a normal house, like, you know, a house in survival. And, you know, everybody's like, "Oh, wow, I love your house." It's not super big, but, you know, you don't expect people to make houses like that in survival. You know, you see survival homes, you see people survival houses. And mine isn't one of those. It looks like a house you see in your neighborhood. Because I love making regular houses. So I'm about to extend it. I'm about to make it bigger. Adding like a garage, but it'll function as a stable for my horse. So it'll kind of look like a garage, but it'll be a stable. And yeah, so that's my next thing to do to it. I was just, you know, trying to survive and gather materials. They have a lot of materials. They started way before me, and they had a lot of things, and they said feel free and stuff. But I went and, you know, I do my own mining and stuff. So some of the stuff I got on my own. But, you know, when you want to share resources, I'm not gonna oppose to it. Blue Dev, yeah. Oh, thanks for picking Milan up from the airport. Appreciate that. You know, I'm over here, you know, sad and dealing with the separation, and she's all the way over there, well, all the way up there, and I'm down here. I just gotta make sure that she brings me some Alfonso's pizza. Otherwise, I'm changing the locks. Oh man, I really want some pizza with chicken. I really do, because you can't really get good pizza around here. But I mean, it's decent. Some places. I haven't been to many places. I've probably tasted 2 different pizzerias pizza. Besides, the third one would be 7-Eleven. But 7-Eleven pizza tastes the same everywhere. So yeah, enjoy it for a week. Yeah, they got me working crazy because her and Sabrina not here. 2 supervisors gone. So now this supervisor here has his workout cut out for him. You know. I gotta do extra now. I'm opening on a Saturday. I said to my manager, I said, you know, I do my thing on Fridays, right? Like I play video games with my friends, and then I live stream. You know, Mondays it's not a big deal because, you know, with Tuesdays I gotta be at work tomorrow 6:45. Normally it's 7, so that's okay. I'm fine. But having to open on a Saturday. Yes, I did. I was making fun because you know, that's crazy. I don't know what's going on. They must not. I mean, I don't know if they use the handheld up there in New York. Have you seen any of the Starbucks drive-thrus with the handheld? Like the Chick-fil-A thing? They got a tablet and they take the orders out there. Because if they don't, they need to, because there's no reason for all that. They need to. We got it. We got one. It's been like 2 months now. I think about 2 months now. And we're starting to get the swing of it for most of us. And it works wonders. But yeah. Besides the Minecraft on Mondays, Wednesday and Friday, I of course on live stream here on Twitch. Make sure you check me out on Wednesdays and Fridays. I will be playing more Silent Hill. I finished on Friday night Silent Hill Origins, so I was super excited about that. I finished it, and then I started Silent Hill Shattered Memories, which I had never played before. So it's been an awesome experience, you know. My emulator, I don't know if it's the emulator. It's probably not the emulator. It's probably the ROM. It's a little glitchy. So the flashlight is showing, you know, it's like burning. So it's like showing parts, like the light is projecting in the shape of a previous scene or something that just happened before the scene where I'm using the flashlight. So it's either letters or it's like the shadows from the wall, and you can see, and you can tell if you like move it around, you can make it out, and you're like, oh, that was from the previous scene. So hopefully the next time I play, it'll be ironed out. But if not, it's minor. I mean, it does add to the to the difficulty, because, you know, especially when it was just letters, because it was like literally like words. The flashlight was like words, so there was like gaps in it. Yeah, we did squeeze that win, but hey, we got the win. That's all that matters. They were playing like they was playoff, like they was in the playoffs. The Cavs wanted that win so bad. We're gonna talk about that later. We're not talking about the basketball yet. We got some stories to talk about. So that's enough of what I played. That's all I played. 2 games. I played Silent Hill, or well, 3 games technically. I finished Silent Hill Origins. I started playing Silent Hill Shattered Memories, and on earlier today, I played Minecraft with Ali and them. I didn't get to play anything on Friday, besides, you know, my stream playing Silent Hill. I didn't play Call of Duty with them on Friday. I didn't get to. But yeah. Now let's move on to our stories of the day. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh wow. Including the Chicago. Well, let's see. Are these my stories? None of these are, like, that's a lot. I didn't know I had this much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is correct. They're all Yep, they're all good stories. 15 stories today. You've been playing 2K22? 2K22. Where when you play your My Player and you get drafted, you can't choose your team. The team chooses you. And I'm sorry, I do not want to be Pikachu. I do not want to be chosen. I want to choose. So if anyone asks me, have you bought 2K22? I said, no, I don't want to be drafted to the Knicks. I don't want to play for no Knicks. I'm a Bulls fan. That's why. Yeah, I'm from New York, but I'm a Bulls fan, so I don't want to be drafted to the Knicks. I would delete my player and start over every time. Your neighborhood is a cruise ship. Yeah, I seen that. Kobe, why are you barking? Let me check. Let's check my camera. Kobe just likes barking sometimes. I know my back door is locked, so. And the front door is locked. The kids better not be up making noise. I already sent them to bed. All the lights were out. But yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, I might eventually get it, you know, and then not do a My Player. Well, I mean, I'll do it. I'll do a my career, and like I said, if I get drafted to the Knicks, man, I'm starting over. I'm not even gonna waste the time asking for a trade and having to play a single minute for the Knicks. But not right now. I'm not buying the game now. I have too much. I gotta finish this backlog. Like, I gotta do the Silent Hill thing, you know, because I wanna play those games again, because I'm anticipating some news within the coming months of a new Silent Hill game. Yeah, not right now. Of a new Silent Hill game for the PlayStation 5, you know, because so many rumors, so many things being speculated. I got my hopes up high for it. So, but yeah, let's get focused. Let's take this off so that you can see. Where's the internet? What I'm looking at. First story of the day, NBA 2K22, Kena, Bridge of Spirits, and Deathloop top September's PlayStation Store download charts. September 2021's PlayStation Store download charts were dominated by the month's new releases, NBA 2K22, Kena, Bridge of Spirits, and Deathloop. The big winner was NBA 2K22. See, here's your segue. It not only topped PlayStation 5 downloads in both Europe and North America, it was also the most downloaded PS4 game in both regions. The charts published by Sony further reveal that Kena Bridge of Spirits players prefer downloading the game on the PS5. The Ember Lab title was almost nowhere to be found in the PS4 charts, but did debut at number 3 in US and Canada and at number 1 in Europe on the PS5. Okay, yo, stop showing those teeth. Like, why does this website like those teeth things? Meanwhile, Deathloop debuted at number 2 in US and Canada and number 4 in Europe. The director's cut of Ghost of Tsushima and Death Stranding follow behind. So this is the list. Kena Bridge of Spirits 1, 2K22 2, Diablo 2 3, Deathloop 4, Ghost of Tsushima 5, Death Stranding 6, Tales of Arise 7, Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales 8, Assassin's Creed Valhalla 9, and F1 2021 at 10 in Europe. Here in the US, a little different. Number 1 was NBA 2K22, 2 was Deathloop, 3 was Kena Bridge of Spirits, 3 was Diablo 2, Madden NFL 22 was number 5. Number 6 is Ghost of Tsushima, 7 is Tales of Arise, 8 is Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, 9 Death Stranding, 10 Life is Strange True Colors. You said Deathloop might be game of the year? Nah. Life is Strange True Colors See, they're not gonna go by sales. We know that already. They're not gonna go by sales. And don't forget that Horizon's Forbidden West comes out this year. Let's not forget that. I think, wait, is it this year? Or no, wait, it's pushed back. What else comes out this year? I gotta look at the list of games that come out this year. Yeah, but no Bethesda game will be a game of the year. But, you know, in Europe for the PS4, we're not gonna talk about that, nah. NBA 2K22, Grand Theft Auto 5 is still number 2 in Europe on the PS4. It's number 4 in US and Canada. Number 3 was Minecraft. Still Minecraft holding it down, holding it tight in Europe. Number 3 in the charts. On the PS4, Red Dead Redemption 2, and then Diablo 2 was number 5. US and Canada, NBA 2K22, Madden NFL 22, Diablo 2, Grand Theft Auto 5, and then Minecraft. Still top 5. GTA, Minecraft, still top 5. All these years. When it comes to PSVR games, Beat Saber took the top spot in both regions, followed by Job Simulator. Job Simulator was on a sale, but I'm waiting for a monster sale for that. And I'm scared to buy it anyway, because I'm not gonna play it yet. And watch when I buy it, all of a sudden you're gonna be like, whoa, we have a VR title here on PlayStation Plus, free games for the month. It's Job Simulator. I'm like, oh my gosh. Happens every time. It never fails. You know what I'm saying? So we're done with this story, so we can move forward. PSA, the October 2021 PS Plus free games are available to redeem now. If you don't know, the October 2021 PlayStation free games are Hell Let Loose for PlayStation 5, PGA Tour 2K21, and Mortal Kombat X for PS4. They of course they replaced the September 20. We're in October now. Hell Let Loose caught my attention because it is another one of those like Call of Duty, Battlefield kind of games. It's a war game, but I'm wondering how it plays. I was looking for something different. I got tired of playing the same things, and you know, something that'll hold me. Like sometimes, you know, you sit there and you're working on your backlog. You need a palate cleanser game. You need something that's different, something else, you know. And something new is always good. So I'm gonna check it out. I'm definitely gonna download it. I was thinking about it before. I'm glad I didn't click on the purchase button because it was on sale. I don't know if I saw it on Steam on sale. I think it was Steam, but I'm glad I didn't, because now PlayStation 5 has it for free on PS Plus. So if you didn't know what the PS Plus October games were, these are them, and they're ready to download right now. So go to your PlayStation 5 and download those titles immediately. Moving on. Only reason I'm talking about this is because it's PlayStation 5. I mean, it's a PlayStation podcast, duh. But, bro, look at that. Look at that price. Caviar launches solid gold PS5, which comes with crocodile leather DualSense for over $350,000. First of all, that's how much some of those scalpers are selling their regular PS5s for. Am I right? Am I right? It feels like it. But this, a solid gold PlayStation 5, it's a Russian company, Caviar, most known for luxury iPhones and cases, has made good on its promise to launch a solid gold PlayStation 5. Now, my question, is it really solid gold? They're saying it's made out of solid gold, 18 karat yellow gold, and it's embossed with an ornate pattern. I tell you, that's probably the thing I don't like about it, is that pattern, because it makes me itch. Like I was traumatized as a kid from the Gremlins movie, when the Gremlins got water poured on them and they decided to show their backs with all the bubbles and stuff, and it's making me itch just thinking about it. And they had the little tiny gremlins inside those little let me stop. I gotta stop thinking about it, Pablo. Stop. Happy thoughts. So when I look at certain patterns and certain things, like, it does trigger me, like I get cringed for it, and that is definitely working a nerve looking at that. So I'm just gonna scroll down. We're gonna move on to the next story. I just want to talk about that $350,000 PS5. So is your Jay-Z Egypt Pharaoh Versace edition with Mori Games DualSense with diamond buttons? Exactly. It's like, you know, us who play video games, I mean, who real gamers, we don't care for all that. So don't ever make those again a solid goal. Like really, that's for people who don't really play video games, who just like to show off and waste money at the same time. So moving on. This is a sad story. Sometimes we talk about sad things here on the Play Level podcast. This one is sad. PayPal and credit debit cards will stop working on the PS3 and Vita stores later this month. Now, I don't care too much about the PS3 store because I haven't fired up my PS3 in forever, but I will be eventually because I will be using it to play the Silent Hill games that were released on the PS3. All right, but my focus really is on the Vita store because I still have my Vita. I still use it. And it sucks that I'm not gonna be able to get, rich collectors, $1 million exactly. But I'm not gonna be able to get any more games. Like they're not gonna do any sales. Well, hopefully they do a shutdown sale. Like PlayStation, listen to me, please. Please get a wind of my podcast. I do it every Monday. It's a PlayStation-centric podcast. I tweet you guys in all the time. I want you to check out my podcast, guys, and listen to this very sentence I'm about to say. PlayStation, Herman Host, all you guys out there, before you take it off, before you flip the switch, shut it down, before you cut the cords and the wires and disconnect it, do a sale, do a mega sale. Let's get some of these Vita games for like 10 cents each. I mean, nothing too crazy. I mean, I would love it. Like, give us some for free stuff, you know, but do a mega sale. Like, give us, you know, throw us a bone, you know, we're gonna be without it. At least let us have that last hurrah. Let's download some games. You know, you're not gonna be selling them anymore, so selling them at full price, you know, at that point it's like, you know, you're not making the games now, so those are old games, just so that us who actually play with, use their Vita and have a Vita, we can enjoy some of these games we didn't get to because maybe, you know, we have a PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 and, you know, we don't have all the money in the world, so we wasn't able to buy every game, you know. And there was this game we were always looking at, like, oh, I want to play that. I can't wait till it goes on sale, and it just never did. Make that game go on sale, like the mega sale, like almost feel like, or go, you know, put it for free, you know. Do something great and beautiful and nice for us, please. You know, that's sad that they're gonna stop. There was a thing that they were gonna close already. They were gonna close before, so that's why they're saying while the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita stores didn't close earlier this year, this doesn't mean Sony isn't starting to wind down their operations on these platforms. The company has just released another important notice regarding PlayStation products and services, this time detailing how payment methods like PayPal, credit cards, and debit cards can no longer be used to purchase digital content on the PS3 and PS Vita stores from the end of October. The ability to use a payment method such as PayPal, credit cards, and debit cards to pay for content in the PS3 and video stores will come to an end on October 27th. After this point, players will only be able to use funds from their wallet to buy content on these two platforms. These restrictions will also apply to content purchased in-game on PS3 and Vita. Players will only be able to use their wallet funds to buy DLC and add-ons. That's sad. That just feels like they're slowly winding down to the closing of the stores. I know they said that they weren't yet and they were going to hold off, but doing something like that almost feels like they're slowly rolling it, and it's sad. It is sad, but we still have time, so when if you want to use your your payment methods, you still have time. October 27th is 16 days from now, so that's a couple of weeks, couple of days. And after that, it's fine. Just put the money into your wallet, your digital wallet and your PlayStation account, and you'll be able to use it there on the store still. So do it on your PS4, PS5, whatever. I think you can even do it on the app. You can add funds to your wallet from the app too on your phone. So there's still ways, but it just feels like it's closing in, man. They're closing in. They're gonna soon say, guys, it's been wonderful, but it's just not. It doesn't make sense to keep it going. I feel like they're gonna get to that point one day, and I don't want them to, unless they're gonna put a whole bunch of games like for free or sale, and then I can just snatch them all up, and then I won't care. Then I won't care. That's just straight up, because then I'll have bought up, downloaded a bunch of stuff or added a lot of stuff to my cart. That'll make me go out and get a beefy memory card and add a bunch of games and stuff. I do have a decent one. I have a 32 gigabyte, and Vita games aren't that big. They're not that big of a file. So, but yeah, sad news. Moving forward, Jim Ryan would love hundreds of millions of people to enjoy PlayStation games, currently around 10 to 20 million per hit. Those are good numbers, but he said hundreds of millions. And let's read. Sony Interactive Entertainment President Jim Ryan, shout out to Jim Ryan, has explained his hopes for the future of the PlayStation brand. In a fireside chat with GamesIndustry.biz, Ryan explained how he hopes the brand could get to a point where hundreds of millions of people would be able to enjoy PlayStation games. Currently, a hit for the PlayStation Studios will be where a game is played by between 10 to 20 million people. Yep. Exactly. Not everything, but almost. They should sponsor me or pay me. I would love it. They can promote my stream. Just say, hey, this guy here, he's a PlayStation gamer, and he's a PlayStation podcaster. So let's back him. Let's get him some viewership. Let's get him some sponsors. Let's get him send him some care packages. I'm with it. But yeah, so I saw this interview, and he was talking about expanding the amount of people who enjoy PlayStation games, like who are getting their hands on PlayStation games. Because like it says, 10 to 20 million people around on average, will buy a PlayStation hit. So like, games will sell about 10 to 20 million copies, which is a lot. But imagine you get 100 million people playing the game. Imagine that. Instead of 10 million, you got 100 million. 10 times the amount of people. Or instead of 20 million, you get 100 million. 5 times the amount of people. It sounds like they're really all these, like, there's been a lot of rumors and speculation about a lot of stuff, but one of them has been about PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus forming some new PlayStation service that brings you the newer games and the older games, the old catalog, or the legacy titles and all that good stuff for the PlayStation 1, 2, and 3s, and even PlayStation 4. And they're talking about adding there's a patent out there that they did so that they can add PlayStation 5 games. So it feels like they're doing all this behind the scenes work, and then eventually we're gonna get hit with a bomb like, here is the Game Pass killer. But he said it was in the interview that they don't want to do it like Game Pass, so they're going to do it some other way. So they're going to be unique with it, which I think is smart. So if you come and you have something that makes PlayStation games and stuff more accessible to more people. He's talking about people, you know, play video games on their smartphones and all this stuff. So it's like, this is the guy at PlayStation saying that, and currently PlayStation doesn't really have anything that you can do that on except for remote play, because there's no Android app or I don't know iOS app either for PlayStation Now. So it feels like they got something in the works, so that those hundreds of millions of people, anywhere they go, on their tablet, their laptop, their phone, or whatever, can enjoy PlayStation games. I feel like they have something in the pipeline. I can't wait to see what it is. You know, because I've been wanting PlayStation Now to have an app for so long, because I can connect my DualShock 4 and I think my DualSense to my phone, but the DualSense with certain things, it was a little, I don't know if it's been optimized for it, like, but you know, nonetheless, my DualShock 4 will suffice. I'm able to connect it to my phone, you know, to play, you know, other games like regular Google Play Store games. So imagine being able to play, now that they've upped the resolution to 1080p for streaming on PlayStation Now. Imagine being able to play some of those games on my phone, no matter where I'm at. I would love that. Then you can K? What? Then I can K was your comment. I don't know what K is. Oh, then you can play Fallout 4. Oh yeah. True that. Play Fallout 4 on your phone. You know? Just imagine, you know, I got my half an hour break from work. Let me play some PlayStation games. Let me play Silent Hill real quick. I'll play Silent Hill 2 real quick. You know? Imagine that. That'd be awesome. I mean, there's ways to play this, but it's very complicated with emulators, and you have to download this software and this thing and do all this jailbreaking and all kinds of stuff. It's like, no, just give us a service that we can play. PlayStation Now would be perfect if they, you know, bump it up and expand it, and they got something in the works that's like makes it monstrous. That's even better. And so as long as there's an app on the phone that I can play this stuff. So yeah, so that's what Jim Ryan was hinting at in that interview. So I got my eyes on this story here. So when I hear more about it, we'll talk more. Next story. Crystal Dynamics decries. I don't know what that word. I don't see that word very often. Harassment of Marvel's Avengers dev amidst backlash over paid XP boosts. Now, Crystal Dynamics has taken to Reddit to condemn harassment and abuse directed towards Marvel's Avengers developers, as both the development studio and publisher Square Enix continue to face backlash over recent microtransactions. As we reported yesterday, Marvel's Avengers has introduced paid XP boosts after players were promised cosmetic-only microtransactions prior to the game's release. Neither company has addressed the backlash yet, but Crystal Dynamics reminded players that decisions aren't made by one person and are often above developers' pay grades. In other words, the development team isn't responsible for Square Enix decisions. So they threw Square Enix under the bus. Immediately threw them right under the bus. When you go out and you come out with a game, you're like, oh, this is my game, check this out, oh, you're gonna love it. Don't worry. I mean, we know other games like this have made you buy certain things and stuff for XP boosts and to get better, and it feels like pay to win kind of scenario. But we're not doing that here. We're just gonna we'll give you cosmetic stuff. You can pay for stuff like that and how your character looks, but you'll still be able to upgrade and naturally, and you know, still get upgrades that way. But there'll be some stuff that you can only purchase, but it'll just be cosmetic. Don't worry about it. Everybody's like, yeah, and then fast forward like 6 months later, whatever it is. Yeah, we have this new thing where we're selling XP. So how's the weather? No, You can't sneak stuff like that on people, and you can't triple stamp or double stamp. You already said that you wasn't going to do this, and I know you want to say that it's a higher, than your pay grade or whatever, but they allowed you to say that and not retract it. When you said it, that so you already set the standard that people's minds that, hey, we're not going to get charged for to level up our characters. We'll only get, we only can, we'll have things like, oh, I can change the color or the different suit or whatever, make my character look different, but it won't affect, the strength, or the abilities of the character, because then people who have more money will be stronger and they'll have more abilities and stuff, and they'll have a better time playing the game because they can pay for it. No, we're not going to do that. You can't say that and then the company that's above you not say anything to you about retracting that, and then later on come out and have these microtransactions where it's like pay to win, pay to get stronger, and then say that, oh, it's their fault, not ours, it's not our decision. No, that was collective, and it. Don't do that. That's bad. Nobody wants to pay. We don't want pay to win. We want pay to look like an orange or something. But I want, if I want my character to have a banana suit, I'll pay for that. But if I want my character to have a stronger punch or, shoot lasers, I don't want to have to pay for that. That's not fair. Because if I can't pay for it, then I can't have lasers, but somebody else can. I understand if I don't put the time in the grind, that's my business. But some people can't help their financial situation. No matter how much time they play the game, they can't get these certain things because they don't have the money for it. That's not fair. So don't do that. Let's fix that. Let's you can run it back. You can take it. You can say, no, we're not doing that. We apologize. That was a mistake. We realize it. And all will be forgiven, hopefully. But you know how fans are, once the damage is done, But moving forward, here's more controversy. We got some controversial topics today. Far Cry 6's cockfighting minigame draws condemnation, and PETA urges its removal. Now, we're not talking about anything nasty here. We're talking about chickens fighting. So those whose minds went immediately to the "that's what she said" moments, like leave that in the gutter, all right? Stop it. Anyway, in the game, I guess they have a cockfighting minigame, which they have chickens fighting. If you ever seen, any videos or anything on cockfightings, they're like fight to the death. They get chickens to fight to the death, Shut up, y'all. I don't want to talk about football or baseball. Leave me alone. Anyway, yeah, y'all murdered us. That was disgusting. I don't even know. I have nothing to say about the Giants or the Yankees at this point. I'm just focusing on the Bulls and the Sky, and that's it. Chicago Sky got that first dub. 2 more. Hold that trophy. Candace Parker proved them haters wrong and laugh in the face of the LA Sparks. How you not gonna take care of Candace Parker? You see what she did for this league and what she did for your team? How you not gonna take care of her? Now she's on a different team and they in the finals and got the first win. Yeah, we did get injured like crazy. It was crazy. It's frustrating, yo. Football, like, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna stop watching football. It's for some reason people are getting hurt more than they used to. Like, I don't remember all these people getting hurt, watching football growing up, and maybe we just didn't know, But anyway, Far Cry 6, they have this thing, and PETA is like, it's a video game, PETA. It's a video game. All right? They're not going to remove driving. Exactly. They're not going to remove driving from GTA so that I can't enjoy plowing crowds of people standing in front of a nightclub or just standing on the side of the street, hanging out, maybe shopping at the mall. You know, they're not gonna remove driving from it because I plow these people down and murder all these people. So why would you remove this? Is a real thing that happens in certain parts of the world. Like, they actually do these things. As illegal as it is, or maybe in this country, maybe it's not so illegal in certain other places. Or if it is still illegal things happen in this world. There's a lot of illegal things. If we're gonna go taking out everything from video games and movies that, you know, is wrong like this, then we're gonna destroy a lot of entertainment. Sometimes the fact that we know it's not real or know that it shouldn't happen is what raises the entertainment value of it, you know? And it also prevents people from, you know, doing it in real life. Maybe this helps their fix. Maybe they're like, okay, so now I don't have to go and get 2 chickens to battle out to the death in real life. I can do this in Far Cry, you know? I don't have to run people down in the street. I don't have to get out my car because somebody, you know, hit my car. I don't have to get out my car, pull them out the car, beat them down, shoot them with a shotgun, step on them and drive off with their car, smash it into a wall, put a sticky bomb on it, let it explode, and get in my car and drive off to the sounds of Fly Low. I don't have to do that in real life. I can do that in GTA, and that's exactly what I do normally when I play GTA. You know? It's a game based on a cartel boss in the southern country with violence. What do they expect? Exactly. You don't want these games removed because people are dying. So what are you worried about digital chickens, yo? Like, you're worried about digital chickens. You're not worried about any of the human deaths in this video game. But you're making this outcry. Get it? Far Cry? It is a far cry. They're far reaching with their outcry for some digital chickens. You're the donkey of the year, Peter. Go somewhere, y'all. Yeah, exactly. Just don't play it. Exactly. Karens are running rampant. It is disease. We worried about coronavirus vaccination. We need a Karen vaccine out there, yo. For real. Let's get a Karen vax out there. Have you been Karen vaxxed, lady? Excuse me, sir. Are you Karen vaxxed? Because I don't need any Karens around me. What do they call the male Karens? I forget. They have different names for them. But nonetheless, normally it's a woman. Get a Karen vax. We need that. Cause it's a video game, yo. Like, you see these movies. Like, look at Saw. Look at the Saw movies. Did they have outrage over the depiction of the pigs in the butcher shop when he was like in that machine and was dropping the pigs and it was like turning them into a liquid? That nasty look. Oh, that's disgusting. I don't even want to, why am I thinking about that? I love that movie though. They weren't like, look what they're doing to pigs. They were fake pigs and they knew it was fake pigs. Not a big deal. You know? When they show things like that happen in movies and stuff, they put it in movies and they show that it happens, you know, it's nothing. It's just art. It's just art imitating life. They're just showing that. It's the same thing with video games, you morons. I'm sorry, but it's the same thing. All right? It's just because you have control over it doesn't mean anything. Somebody had control over the movie. There's a director, there's a producer, there's writers. They controlled that. They made that happen. They put it in those scenes. They put it in their movies. It was written in the script. Somebody wrote that in. All right? Somebody wrote it in the video game and you get to control it. It's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? When it's cartoon violence of things like that, when they're not, PETA's not going at Warner Brothers for every time that Elmer Fudd shoots Daffy Duck in the face. Are they? Every time it's rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season, duck season, fire, and his face His beak spins around his face, and he's on the side, and he's all full of like soot, and his skin is all messed up because he got blown up. Then PETA doesn't come out like, that is animal cruelty. It's animal cruelty, and it needs to be removed from these cartoons. No, they're not. So get out of here with that. I'm sorry, PETA. You got issues, man. Like, that's not. So what that they have chickens fighting in a mini game, in a video game? It's a video game, y'all. There's a lot worse stuff in some video games. All right. And there's a lot worse stuff in movies. You know what? They are fictional. It's not real. It's digital. So please stop. All right. Next story. This one hit home. Massive Twitch hack compromises accounts, leaks streamers' payout information and entire Twitch source code. An anonymous hacker claims to have accessed the entirety of Twitch, including the website source code, encrypted user login information, and the payout information of the platform's top streamers. The hack also affects parent company Amazon's other properties such as IGDB and CurseForge, and data relating to Amazon's unreleased competitor to Steam known as Vapor, among other data. Originally posted on 4chan's technology board, the anonymous hacker states that the Twitch hack is part one of a series of leaks that were released via torrent. Furthermore, they state that the main reason behind the hack was in order to foster more disruption and competition in the online video streaming space, because the community is also a disgusting, toxic cesspool. Ending the post with the hashtag do better Twitch hashtag. Whether or not the hack is actually intended as a criticism of the massive IT conglomerate, it is yet to be seen. Below is the list of information leaked in the 125 gigabyte hack. The entirety of Twitch.tv with commit history going back to its early beginnings, mobile, desktop, and console Twitch clients, various property SDKs and internal AWS services used by Twitch, every other property that Twitch owns including IGDB and CurseForge, and an unreleased Steam competitor from Amazon Game Studios, Vapor, Twitch SOC internal red teaming tools, a practice where internal teams act as possible hackers in order to find security vulnerabilities. Well, I guess that didn't work, guys. Karen Vex. According to VGC, an anonymous company source has already confirmed the legitimacy of the leaked data. They crossed that out. See below. Users are recommended to change their passwords and turn on two-factor authorization in order to prevent account takeovers. Additionally, the leaked data reveals the payout numbers for some of the highest earning Twitch streamers going back to 2019. Notably, users found code for an unreleased competitor client to Steam codenamed Vapor within the data, as well as an unreleased Unity game called Vape World. Vapor, on the other hand, looks to integrate many of Twitch's existing features into a single game store. Twitch has responded to the breach saying it is aware and investigating the extent and scope of the issue. Twitch tweeted, "We can confirm the breach has taken place. Our teams are working with urgency to understand the extent of this. We will update the community as soon as additional information is available. Thank you for bearing with us." I can't bear with you. I'm a human. I can only human with you. I'm sorry. I had to make that dad joke. I had to. It's in my genes. It's part of my species. I'm not a bear. I mean, you know, I barely can go a minute without making a joke. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. I'll stop. Let me claw my way to the next topic. But talking about that last one, you know, small streamers like myself, I mean, I've already had two factor authentication, blah blah blah, on my stuff. So, you know, maybe I'll change my password again. I don't think anybody's going to come and hack my account or whatever. If you look at my content, I'm a small streamer, and I have pretty, you know, I have decent content. I have good content. You know, I'm fun. So if they would do something, I would hope that they would put me on the front page like every day. Just put something that puts me on the front page every day, so people get to watch my stream, and then I'll explode. I'll blow up. And then instead of having, you know, streamers who sit in inflatable pool in a bathing suit licking their microphone all day, you know, you'll have a streamer like me who comes and I play video games, I enjoy myself, we sit, we chat, and I have, you know, good things to talk about, and we enjoy ourselves, you know, some old school hanging out, you know, just virtually, you know, not knocking anybody for what they do, but it seems like that's their issue with Twitch, is that you have a lot of content creators just coming out here and being, you know, too sexual, too like relying on being sexualized and getting all these viewers, and then people, that's all people are watching. And then streamers who legit people would enjoy, like me, you know, we have a hard time trying to grow, you know, and I get it. So I'm all for you. You know, just do this the right way. Let's not, you know, let's not destroy anyone's life who doesn't deserve it. And, you know, let's make a state, you know, they're making a statement, and let's leave it at making a statement, and let's put it in Twitch's hand to change. And Twitch, please do something about it, because it's true. Small streamers like me need more exposure than a big streamer does. Big streamers already have their following. These guys have their thousands of people. We got 20,000, 30 people, 40,000 people watching certain streamers every day, every time they live stream. They made it. They got it already. They good. You know, that's not going to change. Those people are not going to stop watching them. But there's millions of other people, you know, and small streamers like me need the opportunity to go boom. Aiden Ross. Oh. Yeah, I mean, this is what I always talk about, this inclusion thing. How it's hypocritical, because to be honest, if you try to include everybody, you will be excluding a lot of people, because you can't include certain people without excluding certain people, because certain beliefs don't line up with other things. So in order to cater to everyone, you have to cater to no one. So I'm more for the exclusion. Exclude everybody. Forget about how people feel, and stop pushing people's stuff out in the world, and just let, you know, if somebody is making something how they want to make it, let them make it how they want to make it. Exactly. People are crazy, man. Like, I would love to be a big time streamer here on Twitch, but I'm not going to compromise who I am to get there, you know? They are peddling confusion so they can have viewers. And it's like, come on, yo. But anyway, that's all I'm gonna say about that, man. Stop lobbying for inclusion, because that always excludes certain people, and there's no way around that. You understand? What I need them to do, the agenda I need them to push, is the small streamer agenda. We're trying, people who have wholesome content. Like, I get on here, I'm not on here cussing. You know, I'm family friendly. I may make some adult jokes, but a lot of kids don't really get them. You know, when I do the That's What She Said stuff. You know, I play some violent video games. Yeah, I get it. You know, some scary stuff. But, you know, all in all, compared to most streamers, you know, my language is good. My vibe is good. And, you know, they need to focus more on, because if you got big streamers being big streamers, then you got small streamers growing faster because they have things set up to help us succeed. Then everybody's eating, everybody's good, everybody's enjoying themselves, everybody's having fun. People get more content. And I know there's like a billion different streamers out there, but you know, you guys see people's stuff to give them content strikes when we use music and stuff. So you can wean out the good streamers and stuff. And you know, there's a lot of streamers. I don't want to knock nobody for what they do. And that's not what I'm here for. But there's a lot of streamers that you click on their thing, they're like this. You may hear their keyboard tapping. You might not be able to hear mine because I have settings and stuff, but you get what I'm saying. You hear the keyboard tapping. Oh. And then they stopped and they're on their phone. And they're on the phone and they're like not talking. They're not engaging with anyone. Like they're not even commenting, doing commentary on what they're doing. You know, you can read those out and just say, you know what? You know, this isn't, no one's going to be entertained by this. Well, then you come to my stream, you see my Play Level podcast on Mondays, how I got stories to talk about and I get in depth in it. And when I play Silent Hill, you see how I play. I'm like, suck it. You know, eat that, lady. Get the 2-piece and the biscuit. I have fun. I enjoy myself. And I think people sitting watching me enjoy it too. You know? Maybe give us kinds of streamers, you know, some more, you know, promote us, you know, get us out there more. But because, you know, it's hard out there for, you know, we trying. I'm trying. But a little help wouldn't hurt, you know? Anyway, Battlefield 2042's digital PS5 and Xbox Series X/S versions now include cross-gen access. Not gonna spend a lot of time on this. It's just straight up and down. It just says what it says. But you have to get the cross-gen bundle, which I've seen a lot with games doing the cross-gen bundle, where it's an extra $10 or whatever, and then you get the one that you can download for the old console and the new console. So you have both versions, which to me is like, does that mean that PS5 players and PS4 players can play together? Like the PS5 version, not playing the PS4 version on a PS5, that's different. I do that with a bunch of games. You know, I play on my PS5, I play PS4 games, you know. But can the PS5 version play with the PS4 version? I doubt it. Because there's too many differences, like, because they're always optimized for the hardware, so things move faster. Yeah. So I think this is the same with Battlefield. So this is kind of, let's see. Oh, of course it'll carry over. Let me see. Yeah, it's not really saying if they can play with each other. It's just saying that you can get both versions. But nonetheless, that's all we got to say about that one. Next topic. We're winding down. The rumor is that Sony is working on a massive unannounced remake with an Irish soundtrack. Folks at PlayStation are rumored to be working on a massive remake featuring an Irish lyric soundtrack. According to the source who spoke with Irish radio station WLR-FM, Sony will reportedly reveal the PS title sometime during the Christmas season. This may indicate that the title will appear during this year's Game Awards on December 9th, 2021, or possibly during a new Sony hosted event, which I told you about before, because there was a rumor about that there was a PlayStation event bigger than the one we just had scheduled for December to close the year out. So this is kind of confirming that there may be this PlayStation event may be a real thing. There hasn't been any confirmation on it, but this is feeling like, you know, hey, yeah, this means that there's some legitimacy to that rumor. The source in question is Irish singer Abba McMahon. No, I'm sorry. McMahon. McMuffin? I'm not gonna try to pronounce this word, because it could be, you know, when you know it's a different language but it's written in English, it could be pronounced totally different, and I could be butchering it. I don't like to butcher people's names, I apologize. But this Irish singer, as you see the name on the screen if you can read it, who appeared on WLR-FM on October 7th, unfortunately that person was unable to provide a name for the game due to contractual reasons. Of course, we understand that. We know that. However, she did specify that the game will be a massive remake of an existing PlayStation game. She also revealed that notable Irish composer Michael McGlynn from Xenoblade Chronicles 2 soundtrack collaborator and founder of the traditional Irish choral ensemble Anuna was selected to work on the unannounced remake. Additionally, the source notes that McGlynn's daughter sings on the track and his wife is also arranging parts of the chorus. McMahon, who previously worked with McGlynn and Anuna, helped write the Irish lyrics of the soundtrack. From here on out, so this is where the story gets juicy. From here on out, we're going to get into some speculative territory. As pointed out by Reddit user Yuko-chan, the ending theme of Metal Gear Solid, The Best Is Yet to Come, in fact features Irish lyrics, written by Silent Hill's Rika Muranaka and performed by Irish traditional singer Aoife Niferach. I'm not gonna. Furthermore, the rumored title being a Metal Gear Solid remake would fit with recent reports of Konami preparing for a Metal Gear Solid revival. However, rumors also indicate that it will likely be a remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 rather than the first game in the series. Stirrings of a possible Metal Gear Solid remake, remaster, and revival have been around for quite some time now. We know that. So yeah, the rumor is that it might be a Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, which I don't see why. That doesn't make sense to me. You know, though people are saying, you know, a lot of people say that's the best in the series or whatever. But dude, if you remake Metal Gear Solid 1, remake it like ground up, or even Metal Gear from ground up, then you can like enhance that game so much. I mean, we're talking PS1 games being remade for the PS5 with current, you know, with this new generation graphics and capabilities. Come on, man. You can't miss. And then you have the opportunity to go on to Metal Gear Solid 2 and then Metal Gear Solid 3 like they did with Resident Evil. Even though they skipped the first Resident Evil as far as the remakes. They remastered it twice, I think, but they didn't remake it, which I think is a mistake. They should have remade that one first and then did 2 and then did 3. And, you know, there's rumors of them doing 4 now. So, but you get it, like they're going up the line. So they could have did that with Metal Gear. Unless they're thinking about doing Metal Gear 3 and then Metal Gear 4 and then Metal Gear 5 remakes. But, you know, I don't know, but still, that's still, we're talking again about Metal Gear and Silent Hill. They have connections. They've always have had connections. I know they're both Konami, you know, properties, but they were made by different, you know, dev teams. Like we're talking, you know, Kojima Productions, you know, and whoever were the teams behind the Silent Hill games. I mean, I know I'm a Silent Hill fan, but that's one piece of information I don't know. I know it's Konami. I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm a big fan of Silent Hill. I love the games, all right? I have all of them. Well, one I don't physically like have. I have it as a emulator game, but you know what I'm saying. I'm looking at my Silent Hill collection. They keep coming up, you know, and there's rumors about, you know, Metal Gear games and Silent Hill games. So hopefully, you know, like I said, in the coming months, before this year is out, we get some huge announcements. I can't wait, you know. All right, moving on. Bluepoint is aiming to make Game of the Year quality titles, actively recruiting for numerous positions. Bluepoint Games has said that it's aiming to make Game of the Year quality titles and is actively recruiting from combat designer to senior lighting artists and graphics engineers. It was spotted by Twitter user Shinobi602. Bluepoint made its ambition known as an introduction to nearly all of the advertised positions, majority of which mentioned that the studio is looking for experienced professionals and games industry veterans as opposed to entry-level applicants. Let's go. Bluepoint Games has begun the exciting work of original development and seeks passionate, industry-leading talent to join our pursuit in crafting Game of the Year quality titles, reads the job site. Our studio is renowned for critically acclaimed titles that exceeded what the world expected of us, from the remaster of Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection, to the remake of Shadow of the Colossus, and most recently the PS5 launch title Demon's Souls. As we previously reported, although Bluepoint seems to be moving away from remasters and remakes, original content could either mean a new entry in an established franchise or a new IP from scratch. As a matter of fact, it could mean both, if the studio is up for the simultaneous development, which a lot of studios are. Look at Insomniac. Insomniac got like 3 games right now confirmed that they're working on, right? And there's some rumors of another one. So we'll see. Speaking of established franchise, Last Stand Media's Colin Moriarty, who's pretty well connected within the games industry. Yes, I followed Colin Moriarty's career for a while. Claimed to have heard through the grapevine that Bluepoint may be on a journey to Yharnam. Yep, we talked about that last week. That is Bloodborne reference. So we'll see. That could be, you know, in their contract, something that they've already started working on contractually, and that was part of the agreement, and they're simultaneously working on their original game. So let's see. Who knows? I'm still looking for more information about, you know, what's going on with Blue Box Studios, because I still feel like that Blue Box is a reference to the PlayStation as a whole, like having their games in blue boxes. And then they acquired Bluepoint Games, which I think has something to do with the blue as well. And I don't know, there's some conspiracies and some stuff going on there that I really want to uncover and really want to get to the bottom of. So I hope we get some more information on that, you know, soon. But moving forward to one that I found really cool. This Insomniac Spider-Man 2 details reportedly leak. Now, this isn't like this isn't about the story too much, you know. It's just some stuff that caught my eye that I figured, you know, I wanted a little clarification on, because I didn't want to have hopes set up here and then they get destroyed months down the line. I've already had my high hopes. Not that this is bad, but it just, you know, put things, you know, more clearer in the picture for me. A recent leak suggests that Marvel Spider-Man 2 will greatly expand upon the original game with multiple playable characters, an overhauled movement system, and unexpected villains. The leak comes by way of Reddit, where an Insomniac Games employee spilled some of the details of the game using a throwaway account. The developer, who allegedly works on the traversal team for Spider-Man 2 answered some questions for eager fans. The title will reportedly allow players to choose to play missions as either Peter Parker or Miles Morales, which I figured was something like that was going to happen. From Neil Fournette, thank you for following. That jump scared me just now. I don't know why. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Is that Cornelius or is this someone else? Cornelius get a new account? Neil Fournette. I know quite a few Neils out there in this world. Just want to take, just want to get a feel of who's out there. But nonetheless, welcome to the family. You did it is Cornelius. Thanks, Cornelius. You're contributing by following. If only you would contribute by subbing, that would be wonderful. Then you help with Taco Tuesday. Anyway, so it says that you can play as either Peter Parker or Miles Morales, which I figured from the trailer something like that would happen, or either it would be, co-op, the possibility of co-op. But those are two big different things that you can either select one or the other, or you can select one and have your friend select another, or someone else select another, and you can play. That brings a different expectation. And since they didn't say that that's what's happening, then I won't expect it. Now, if it happens, I'll be pleasantly surprised and happy. But it's saying that the AI will control the other person and help, will provide support during this. So I thought that was pretty cool. It had some Spider-Man details. Start talking about the different suits and stuff, and it says that the webs can be reeled in, so like a grappling hook kind of thing. So they're improving on the regular mechanics of the game, the swing faster now, because it's a PlayStation 5, and the SSD allows you to things to go super fast. If you've not experienced a PlayStation 5, when you get the hands on it and you get the chance to do it, you'll see what I mean. Things happen really fast. Loading into the game, speaking of Spider-Man, loading into the game, like I turn it on, it takes a second, goes through the PlayStation, whole montage thing, and it shows the PlayStation Studios logo, and it shows something real quick, and it goes to the Spider-Man. You select your file, said you want to start the game, and as soon as you press that you want to start the game, it fades out and it fades in, and you're in the game. Literally that fast. It's ridiculous. Like, you normally expect there to be like, they're showing different stuff and giving, hints or FAQs up there, and there's like a loading reel going like 30-40 seconds, maybe a minute, certain games. So you get to, grab you a snack real quick, take a few bites or whatever. But no, it's literally like boom, boom, you're in. So yeah, that's because of the SSD. So it'll help. They've improved 1.7 to 1.8 times faster. So almost doubling the speed that you can swing around. So I think that's pretty cool. And they were talking about possible villains and stuff, and it's we all know Venom's gonna be in it, and they were talking about how you're gonna get the symbiote suit and how that works in this Spider-Verse, for the video games, how it's a little different than in the normal stuff. They have to build it around what's going on in the video game, just like the movies do their own thing from the comics. And it's the same thing. So it's all pretty cool stuff. I won't get into too much of it because some people might feel it's spoilers. So that's all I'm getting to about it. That's just talking about how they're enhancing stuff we already do in Spider-Man games, stuff we already expected. Now will be better. All right, and they did mention from this picture you see was from the trailer. These Spider-Man arms that he got, these other legs, like it's like how the armored Spider-Man suit, the one that Tony Stark built for him, Iron Spider, has the extra legs come out, but these are a little different. It talks about where he got those from. So those are pretty cool. We already seen them, so it's not a spoiler, but I don't want to scroll down and start talking about the rest of that stuff because I don't want people to feel like they're spoiled. You know, I mean, you know, things are spoiled for them. So moving on. This one I had to talk about. See, we talk about some tech. This is tech stuff. This is nerdy stuff. Stuff that I care about though, because I really care about this one. I really do, because I need this. Because I just ran into an issue with this very same topic. Google TV and Android TV are about to get Roku's best feature. No TV remote? No problem. Google's two TV OS, Google TV and Android TV are about to nab one of the best Roku features with the introduction of a virtual remote on both Android and iOS devices through the Google Home app. If you're prone to misplacing your TV remote, this nifty virtual replacement ensures nothing will get in the way of your entertainment. It certainly helped us out on more than one occasion, even if it just meant we didn't have to get back off the couch when we realized the remote was out of reach. And even if you never lose your TV remote, Google's virtual alternative will still save you time by letting you use your phone keyboard rather than the clunky TV option when you want to type out words or passwords. Chromecast with Google TV review, best smart TV, I guess that has nothing to do with it. Google hasn't been specific on when this update is coming, just saying soon. But based on our experience, this means sometime in the next couple of weeks, which I hope as soon as possible. And it says Android users can already take advantage of the virtual remote now through the Google TV app, previously known as Google Play Movies and TV. However, iOS users will have to wait for the upcoming Google update for the same privilege. Eat that, suckers. That is pretty cool. What other updates are coming to Google TV? The virtual remote isn't the only quality of life feature coming to Google TV soon. A new profiles feature like the one you find on Netflix or Disney Plus will see Google tailor its content based on who is using the TV. This means personalized recommendations, your own watch list, and access to data from your own Google account like calendar information, which they're just bringing everything together. On top of that, the auto screen is getting a revamp. Now it won't just show you pictures and memories. The display will now show you personalized information like the local weather or the latest game score. On-screen shortcuts will also let you play your favorite music or podcasts, play level podcasts, with just a click of a button. Once again, Google has been vague on when the new features will arrive, but we expect to see them in the next few weeks. That'll be awesome. I say this because there was an app. It was an app for my TV. My TV upstairs in my bedroom that I've had since New York. Somebody lost the remote. Probably threw it out by accident a long time ago. So I've been relying on Google Play Store universal remotes, which eventually stopped working. And the one I used in New York, when we came here, we got new internet. I couldn't access it. So I had to get a new one. Like, it wouldn't work. It just, I guess because the Wi-Fi is different, it wasn't allowing it to communicate with the TV to change the Wi-Fi. It wasn't just using the new Wi-Fi and then, working like it should. So I had to get a new app. I had to find a new app. I found a new app, and then a couple of days ago, it stopped working for me. It all of a sudden just was just like in a constant loading wheel, and it wouldn't connect to my my TV. And I'm like, is it my internet or something? So I went and I used the YouTube app, and I went to cast it onto my TV, and it worked. So I know it's not the internet, because that feature wouldn't work if it was the internet, and it worked immediately and very fluidly and with no issues, no lag, no nothing. So I figured it was the app. So I found another one. I'm using it now. It's working, but for them to have one that they made, I know it will work better. It'll be more optimized, and I won't have those issues, right? And I won't feel like nervous about it. because I do feel nervous using, you know, random apps and stuff. I do. So this is huge for me. I'm gonna try it out when I go upstairs after the stream, because us Android users, which they bottle us all into one, not, you know, they say, oh, Android phones, there's a lot of garbage Android phones out there, but it's not because of Android, it's because of the companies making the garbage phones. They're just making terrible phones, cheap phones, because people can't afford $1,500 for a phone, $2,000 for a phone, you know, so they make $50 phones. You get what you paid for, you know. So because of that, you know, you got these people out here like, oh, you got an Android, oh, the camera sucks and stuff, but I got a Samsung and my camera's always better than yours every year. Even older Samsung phones are better than new, you know, Apple, iPhones and stuff. So yeah, stop bottling us all up. You know, I got an old phone. I have a Galaxy Note 10, and you know, we were due for the Note 22. Now I've had this for a while now, and it's working for me, you know, beautifully still. I will upgrade, you know, eventually, but you know, I have no plans yet. But I will go up there and I will try this feature out, because I definitely can use this feature because I don't have a remote. And plus, the kids lose the remote for this, well, misplace it all the time for the TV down here in the living room. You know, so I was using the other app for the TV down here as well. I haven't tried it for the new app for this TV yet, but if Google has an app for this, it makes it easy. I mean, this is a Roku. No, it's not a Roku. Is it? I gotta see what kind of TV it is. It might be a Roku TV. It is a Roku TV. So they already have an app for that one. You know, a specific app for that one. But, you know, a Google Play app, you know, for Android, you know, TVs or Google TVs, which my TV upstairs is an Android TV, has Android TV, and it has a Google Play Store. They're all the same thing. It'll work perfect for it. So I can't wait to test that out. So yeah, that's why I put that one up there. I was looking forward to that. Next story. Second to last. We got one more after this. Will these top Steam games support Steam Deck? We asked their developers. The reason why I wanted to talk about this one is because I don't know if a lot of people know about the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck is a $400 gaming handheld. $400? I think it's way more than that. Valve's $400 Steam Deck gaming handheld runs Linux, but it can play Windows games too. Many of them anyhow. Some of the biggest games on Steam use anti-cheat software that doesn't play nice with the Proton compatibility layer, which lets Windows games work. That's changing this year, with both Epic's Easy Anti-Cheat and BattleEye confirming to The Verge that support is on the way, and Epic says it's just a few clicks. But will game developers patch their games to take advantage? Not necessarily. We reached out to every developer of every top EAC and BattleEye game on Steam. While 4 of them gave us a definite yes, the rest were less committed. Yeah, $400 seems like a lot of money, but I thought this was like $1,400, and there's a $1,700 version of it. I don't know if that was because that was to get early access and get hands on, you know, early before it's like really rolled out or whatever. But that $400 seems a lot more reasonable with its capabilities. I've seen this thing in action. You got to check out videos on the Steam Deck if you haven't seen any. But a lot of developers have no comment. They have no answer. Some say yes, like Ark Survival is they're gonna, you know, put a patch so that it's compatible or whatever. DayZ said maybe. Black Desert said no answer yet. Dead by Daylight says yes. Destiny 2 has no answer. Fall Guys did not even comment. They didn't reach back out. They ignored them. Halo, the Master Chief Collection, no comment. Ooh. Hunt Showdown also ignored them. No reply whatsoever. Paladins and Smite, maybe, but not this year. PUBG, no comment. Rainbow Six Siege, no comment. Rust, yes. And War Thunder, yes. So some games are gonna be able to, but it would be nice to pay, you know, you pay a lot of money for this Steam Deck, which I still gotta figure out that price. That's the part that's boggling my mind, because I could have swore all these videos I've seen, Linus Tech Tips, and all these other people talking about the Steam Deck, that price tag is, there's a 1 in front of that 4. And sometimes that 4 is a 7 with a 1 in front of it. You know, depending on which model you get. There's 2 separate models, you know, one with more, you know, more SSD space or whatever, more storage space, and something about it is faster. Something else is like faster about it. And I watched these videos on it. It is pretty capable. All right, and they have a lot of other handhelds like this that are also expensive, and they're more expensive than $400. So that $400 is like, it's like, really? Or is there a $400 version that is like dumbed down? I don't know. That's weird. I gotta look more into that. I'm gonna dig into that. But the Steam Deck is awesome. If you got the money to spend on something like that, it's definitely way better than a Switch. And the funny thing is, if you can get an emulator working on it for the Switch, you can play Switch games on it. So, you know, there's that. So yeah, I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna see what that's about. But yeah, definitely check out the Steam Deck. It's pretty awesome. But it's gonna take a lot. They're gonna have to. It's like buying a new console. Developers of games that already came out have to, you know, they have to go and, you know, do patches for the stuff. They have to, and sometimes the way that games are developed, you know, and the engines that they're developed on, or whatever, it's hard to port them over. It takes a lot of resources, and some companies don't have the time, the efforts, the money, or whatever, the manpower. So sometimes it's just not feasible. But we'll pay attention to the story. On to the last story, but not the least. Let's talk about my Chicago Bulls. The Bulls' best shooter so far in the preseason is Lonzo Ball. Rookie Ayo Dosunmu comes up clutch as Bulls beat Cavs 102-101. He's fearless, they say. They call him fearless. We got a squad. DeMar DeRozan is doing well. He had like 20-something points. Like the steals. You should see the Bulls defense, yo. These guys are out there working. I'm looking forward to this NBA season. I just had to talk about my Bulls because we 3-0 in the preseason. Our first 2 games was a win over the Cavaliers, 131-95, 36-point victory, and then over the New Orleans Pelicans, 121-85. A 36-point victory as well. And then, you know, we had a close one, a nail biter against the Cavs, who were playing like it was the playoffs or it was game 7 of the finals. Like they really wanted that win. But the Bulls just, even taking out all the, you know, all the stars and all the people who are guaranteed on the team, and putting in those who are trying to not get waived, we're trying to make the squad, we still pulled out that victory. And then the rookie was out there with them, and he looked like he you know, he's ready. He wasn't scared at the moment. He ISO'd and did a couple of moves, crossed homeboy up, took him, hit the game-winning shot, and put us ahead for good. So that's dope. We play Memphis on Friday. They get a few days off to get to relax, do some training. Markkanen was looking for revenge. You could tell by the way he was playing. He played like he never played before. Like he's had moments where he's been aggressive like that and showing all that emotion and stuff, but Markkanen was a big disappointment. Like he had so much potential, and from watching him, you know, before he went to the Bulls, I felt like he was going to be so much better than he was, and he just didn't pan out. Like, and it was so frustrating seeing that, because tired of that happening to my team. But now we got a squad, so I ain't stressing about that anymore. So I just wanted to talk about that. That concludes today's Play Level podcast. I appreciate you guys for stopping by and hanging out. Shout out to Cornelius for the follow. Shout out to Blue Dad for sitting and chatting with me. Shout out to everybody who watches this later on Twitch or on YouTube. In the next couple of days, I'll be putting it on my YouTube channel, The Dad Level. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment, do all those good things. Make sure you follow me here on Twitch. If you like to subscribe here, I won't oppose to it, because it helps put money in my pocket. It helps me to do more cool stuff. I have more cool stuff on the horizon. I have a lot of stuff I want to do for some art stuff, so I'm going to be working on that. I can't wait. Shout out to my wife and my youngest son, who are in New York right now. I pray that they stay safe and they, you know, enjoy their time there and come home safe, so I can give them hugs and kisses and all that good stuff, and so that my wife can bring me some pizza, mainly. So I want her to bring me pizza. No, I love her. I miss her. But yeah, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go relax before I go off to bed to go sleepy time to be at work early in the morning tomorrow. So you guys stay blessed, stay happy, show peace and love, stop stressing, get out your feelings. Only feelings you should be in is happiness. Just look for happiness. You know, don't seek it from other people. Don't seek, you know, other people's approval. I think all this inclusion stuff is just a bunch of people are seeking approval for other people. But like I said, inclusion always is going to exclude a bunch of people. So let's focus on just being kind, loving, and caring towards people, no matter what's going on with them, no matter what they're doing, no matter how they're feeling, how they're looking, you know. And let's remember that everybody isn't going to agree with everything we do, and they don't have to. We have that right. We don't have to agree with your lifestyle. We don't have to agree with your sexuality. We don't have to agree with your personal life choices. We don't have to agree with your favorite color. We don't have to agree with your favorite food. We don't have to agree with anything that you choose to do. We just got to treat you with love, care, and respect. That's all. That's all I want this world to do. That's all I want us to do. You know what I'm saying? People are going to make their choices in life. All right. Stop, you know, stop messing with people's choices in their life. And whatever choices you make in your life, don't worry if people respect it or not. Don't worry if people agree with you or not, I should say. You know, don't worry about that. Just do your thing on your own, like everybody else does. And when you come together, you know, respect that somebody doesn't think the way you think, feel the way you feel, and vice versa. And there'll be less problems in this world. But who am I? I'm just a small streamer, Problem Man 44. I'm out of here. Y'all have a blessed one. I'm tired. I'm gonna go chillax. I'll see y'all Wednesday. Silent Hill Shattered Memories. We will be returning to the Silent Hill world again, and we're gonna try to get through that one. I'm enjoying it so far. It is very unique. It's so different from the rest, and there's so many different things about the game that I wish I knew before I would have been played it. It is cool. It feels like it's an innovator. Like it innovated this whole whatever dark, you know, the Dark Pictures anthology is doing, like with Little Hope and Man of Medan, and then House of Ashes coming soon, and it started with Until Dawn. I feel like it is the first game that was like that, and I never knew about it. I never knew that game was like that, and it's not talked about. It needs to be talked about. All right, you gotta check out my stream on Wednesday and Friday. Wednesday and Friday, or Wednesday or Friday, depends on your work schedule and how, you know, what you can do. But I will be here, and I will be playing Silent Hill Shattered Memories. It is such a fun game so far, and I'm enjoying it. So I'll see you then. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff to my YouTube channel, The Dad Level. You know the logo. It's on the screen. It's on my phone. It's everywhere. Holla at your boy. Follow my TikTok, PabloMan44 _ Twitch. Not the words underscore, but you know, the little symbol underscore. PabloMan44, the underscore, and then Twitch. Enjoy that content, man. You're welcome. All right? Boogie, boogie. And don't forget to follow me here on Twitch. Peace and love, y'all. Oh, and Twitter, PabloMan44. And I'm also on Twitter, The Dad Level. All right? Y'all have a great one. Have a great night, morning, afternoon, have brunch, breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever you're doing, whatever you're having. Make sure you have a blessed one. I'll see you later. Peace out.